What's up, y'all? I'm Quincy. I'm a principal designer, design manager, design director, and I was recently let go from Dow Jones, the Wall Street Journal, back in November, and I haven't been able to find work ever since. So anyway, I'm on this 30-day redesign challenge, and today is day 13, 13 of the redesign challenge, and I'm ready to get after it, man. So if you have not seen the other videos, go watch the other videos, subscribe, all that stuff. But I'm here to redesign some stuff. So the company that I'm redesigning today, because they rejected my application, is Petco. Petco. So I am very, very familiar with Petco because I got a pet, of course. So Petco, here we go. So what we're designing for Petco is their annual report cover. This is their annual report cover from 2023, which was last year. And I figure it could look a little bit more presentable or designed, essentially. So here we go. Petco's logo, realizing I need to make it transparent, essentially, the background, make it a vector. So I'm going to bring it back into Illustrator to do that. So here we go. I'm going to trace the logo out, get all the white out of it, realizing that the dot and the R need to be corrected. So I'm going to head and create those for this logo. R for registered, and the dot at the end of that sentence, which is their motto, of course. So just going to replace that, delete that, get that out of here. And here we go. Just taking that out, correcting that. And now it should be good to go. I should be able to make it white, just realizing there's just one thing in the background that I need to delete also. So now I can make it any color that I want, but essentially we're just going to go white in their primary blue. Now I've already downloaded a few images that I want to just cut out. This gentleman holding a bag of food with a hamster wheel on his shirt. And I'm just cutting it out very intricately to make sure I get all the background out. I'm realizing that there's some things that are just left. So I'm going to get those out of here. So I'm just cleaning up the image just to go around this gentleman's face, essentially. So, and then around the dog. So, but I realized that the leash is a little messed up. So I'm going to correct the leash, but I need to fray some of this dog's hair also, but I need to fill in some spots. Just going to clone, where the mask just deleted some things, and I'm going to mask out the leash. I'm going to clone the spots where it should be going, essentially. Cleaning up some areas around the hand too. So the watch also. And now I'm going to just fray, which is really just me smudging some hair, because that dog's hair should be, smudged, essentially. Not smudged. It should be little wispy. So don't want a hard edge going around it. Hard edge does no good at all. So correcting some lighting, saturation. I want that blue to come out. I want his skin color, that red, to come out also. So now brought him in, figured just trying things out, positioning, going to make a clipping mask. Is that where I want him? I just want this cover to be a little bit more designed, because right now it seems like just things are just plopped on top of each other. And I love their imagery. The imagery is pretty awesome. It's got a playfulness about it, which is really just talking about pets. So I'm just cutting this lady out, cutting some of those playful elements that just didn't get masked out on the initial, and just fixing her forehead, around her arm, and I'm realizing that black around her waist is actually the strap for her bag. So I'm going to place these in, put him in, her in, realizing I just need to saturate, get that blue color, that primary blue color for their shirt to really pop out, and his skin color to pop in hers. But I'm not necessarily satisfied, so we're just gonna, try some things out. I downloaded this dog. It's just perfect. From Pexels, shout out to you. And I like the positioning of him. Now, this is where more designed is, because of course on the right you have this beautiful image, and then you just have annual report 2003, just those things up there. And their annual report actually followed from last year and I believe the previous year too. So we're just I want the gradient transparent to be, just filled up all the way to the top. So you don't see any separation between the image at the bottom and, the top essentially. So it just blends into one another. So look, I like it. It looks pretty great. Now I know I'm not going to be able to match their font because I believe Petco has their own typeface. So I'm going to just match it as much as I can. Maybe that 2023 should be that blue color, that light blue color. And seeing about tracing out the dog, if tracing out would create another graphical effect. I had this idea of just, tracing around, much like the gentleman has on his shirt. It's just outlined. It's playful, it's cute. I like it. So just trying to create some symmetry between that image on his shirt and what I'm going through down here. So, but I'm slowly realizing it just doesn't work. And I really just like the dog, him down there. I know it's simple, but it's elegant. And I'm, tracing out his forehead, outlining out his forehead, his whole head. I'm gonna outline out his nose, make some eye ellipsis, and try to capture what it is they have on their shirts, because their shirts are pretty awesome. I did a little search and everyone seems like they want the Petco shirts, which is tremendous. So that didn't work. So I'm going to try something else. I'm going to put that Petco on the left, make it white, but I want that background to be blue. 2023 annual report, bringing that logo, which will be white. The logo has a tagline in it. I figured maybe I could put an image down there that could work, or maybe I can, put something in the actual Petco logo that's on the left-hand spine. That would look pretty unique. And right now I'm just searching for an image. I know I don't have it on screen, but I'm just searching for an image on something I can put in. And I'm on Pexels looking. No, you don't see anything, but I'm about to bring in that dog. I'm gonna just trace these dogs out, save them. I'm in Photoshop. I'm just saving them, bring them in here. I'm like, oh, that's good positioning. But that's what I really want. I want it to be vertically inside that word Petco. So I'm just putting it inside each and every one of these letters, essentially. But I'm realizing he's got to be masked out. The opacity has to be out so everyone knows, what they're looking for. So this stance from him just shows Petco is a leader of pet supplies just by his stance, the dog stance. It's tremendous on what a stance can do, what it can depict, and it depicts leadership. So I want to create another image in there, and I want to use the employee with that shirt. I believe he's got an iguana on his shirt. So I want that iguana to come out in this clippy mask that I'm creating. So I'm just moving it around, see how it looks. And I like it. The way his stance is, the way the positioning, the way he's smiling, the joy. Both of these are great. Absolutely great. So I'm going to try a third one, with this gentleman. We brought him up before, and he has that hamster wheel on him. So now I'm just moving it around. I'm just trying to get this layout to work. But as I keep going down this road, I'm realizing the Petco doesn't really stand out, doesn't really come out. So I'm going to get rid of it. And I'm going to try just something else. I'm gonna cut this lady out. Maybe I could try her in this space, but I'm quickly realizing that it's just not going to work. It's not going to look like the previous two. The previous two work very well. Shadows work very well. The colors work very well. So now I want to create a different layout. So I want to have 3 different layouts for this cover. And I'm going to bring in our dog back. So I'm going to bring in the person with the dog shirt. So I'll figure dog. And then I'm just going to change it up. I see I have an iguana. And I know there is an employee with an iguana on her shirt. So figuring maybe this could work. I'm going to add in a 4th one, which is a rabbit. And then someone that has a rabbit on their shirt also. So essentially those pictures correspond with one another. So now I'm just finding those pictures where they are. And now there's the rabbit. There that rabbit is. So I'm going to get that other rabbit in also, which is that person's shirt. Now I'm just moving it up, but does layout really work? And I don't think it works at all. So I'm going to still try a few things, try to color block, each and every layer essentially, move things around. But as much as I'm trying this layout, I am really ultimately realizing that it's not going to work at all. But we're trying it. We're trying different things out. Maybe color blocking part of the images. And I was thinking about maybe making those blocks a different color, but I really want to stay within their color palette, which is that dark blue, that baby blue, and the white, essentially. I know Petco earlier on in their life cycle, well, their company life cycle, that logo was red, but now it's not. So, and I'm just trying, but now I'm really want to only have about 2 images work. So I'm figuring both of those images work with the dog and the dog shirt. I'm going to bring this down. And so that's another layout. So I figured I have two different layouts, one on top, one on the bottom. Let me try a third one. So all 3 of these layouts are really just a very clear, clean, white-ish layout. So those 3 are something, but am I really satisfied? And the answer is no, I am not satisfied. So with this third layout, I want there to be an employee at the bottom, but I want to make Petco bigger. So I'm going to take just the word Petco out, make annual report on a separate line essentially, and just trying to see if the bigger words marks as far as annual report 2023 would work, but it's not working. And now I'm realizing that it says 2003 and not 2023. And that looks like that's going to be a mistake I'm going to carry over for each one of these layouts, which is sad, but it is what it is. So I like it. I like these 3 different layouts. The blue on top, the baby blue on the bottom, but that employee image shining through, I think that's phenomenal. So these 3 different layouts, I think are just pretty spot on, essentially. Now I'm really satisfied. I like how it came out. So let me show you the final work.